1 in 2 adults living in Northern Ireland will be diagnosed with cancer during their lifetime. On average, 4,456 people die from cancer every year in Northern Ireland. Many of these are parents. The death of a parent is one of the most significant adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, that a child can have. It has a lifelong impact, both mentally and physically. Schools play a pivotal role in the emotional well-being of children. Creating a safe space is about an attitude as well as a physical space.
Our sensory room offers a quiet, peaceful atmosphere for our children. It is a place for self-regulation and retreat, and we encourage our children to use it in a way that suits them. They can choose from a range of sensory activities or simply choose to sit and relax away from the hustle and bustle of a busy classroom. It is just one of the many areas that are available to our children depending on the individual needs of each child. Outdoor space and time in school gardens is invaluable for emotional well-being. The main thing is to try and make school an emotionally safe place for every child.
It's really hard to know what to do when you find out a child in your school is facing losing a parent or a significant adult.
Young people said they wanted compassion from their teachers.
You want to help, and you really don't want to make things worse.
Some schools have really good systems and processes set up.
Many schools have a designated or trusted person to liaise with the family.
We worked with Cancer Focus to talk through how best to support young people in our care. These are our learnings. We want to provide you with information so you can empower your staff team to feel confident and better support the children in your school.
Many of the tips shared in this film are from children and young people whose parents has died. They shared what worked and what didn't, and it's so important that we as adults listen to them.
Losing a parent is a lifelong journey.
You can help by being aware of the children in your classes and their losses, and making sure your school has a system in place to let you know.
This means you can avoid causing the child more harm by, for example, encouraging everyone to make Mother's Day and Father's Day cards, or using language that doesn't take into account the bereavement.
If you can, find out which dates are important anniversaries for the child. This will help you understand if a child is particularly upset or angry or difficult on that day.
Find out who they would like to know and how these people should be told. For example, does the child want the class to be told all together, or do they want to have the space to tell them themselves?
While attending a funeral is not always possible, most children felt valued when their teacher came to the funeral. Many were happy when teachers or the class sent a card. Most did not want any school staff to come to the house or the wake.
Remember, the top priority has to be how the child is feeling and doing, not how their grades are, not the forthcoming exams, not the next rugby match.
There is a balance in this, and there will be time for all of those things, but not in the immediate aftermath of such a huge loss.
It is all about the child and about your relationship with that child.
The way that you would personally deal with the bereavement shouldn't dictate how you manage the situation with the pupil. For example, some pupils like to open up when they come into school, whereas for other pupils they like to use school as an escape from the stress and trauma at home.
Some will find the offer of prayer or talk of heaven deeply comforting.
Others will find it insulting and insensitive.
Be really careful with language about religion and or afterlives, unless you know very clearly what is most appropriate.
For some, school is a place where they don't have to focus on their loss or be asked about it all the time. For others, they want everyone to know and are open to being asked how they are.
The only way to find this out is to ask.
We all grieve in our own way, whether we are 4, 14 or 44. Ask the child what they would like and how you as teachers in their world can help.